And now, from the studios in Laurel Township, New Jersey, this is Moron Sports Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Moron Sports Radio, December 2nd, 2010. Ronick Nair, Jacob Vernick, and Tyler Paley with you in the studio. Mike Lopes and Max Rice in the control room for today's show. And I'm going to go right over to Ronick to start it off with the NFL. Ronick, first game.
All right, we're going to start with Week 13 in the NFL, the 5 top games. We're going to start with the first one. It's tonight, Houston at Philadelphia. This game is tonight at 8:20 on NFL Network. Houston 5-6, Philadelphia 7-4, and Houston just came off a dominating win over the Titans. That's not what we remember about the game. We remember the fight between Finnegan and Johnson. Philadelphia coming off a defeat from the Chicago Bears. Michael Vick threw his first interception in that game, and he looked kind of human. Jake, what do you think?
Houston is coming off a win, and Philadelphia is coming off a loss.
All right.
But that doesn't really mean much to me. But what it does mean a lot to me, Houston does have the worst pass defense in the NFL. It's a known fact. They're just scrambled out there. You can go through right through them.
Yeah.
But they shut down Chris Johnson last week. He only had about 9 rushing yards. And
that defensive line is great, though, with Mario Williams on the end. I love that.
Yeah, their line is great.
I think this game all comes down to Vic. If he can have a good game passing the ball, which isn't very difficult against Houston, I think there's no doubt in my mind that Philadelphia should win tonight.
Yeah, well, let's keep in mind he's not the passing type of quarterback.
But to me, Philadelphia is one of the best teams in the NFC. I don't care who they've lost to, how much they've lost by. They're still one of the best teams in the NFC. I'm not saying they're the best. They're still the elite teams in the NFC, but they're one of the best teams in the NFC. They should have no problem knocking off Houston.
Do they have Samuel back?
I think Asante Samuel will be back this week, and that's a huge
That's going to
thing.
be
that's going to
because
be great.
He'll be matched up on Andre.
They can shut down Andre.
Yeah, if he's back, he'll shut down Andre, but I don't think Ozelio Hansen, if Samuel's not back, I don't think Hansen could be able to even keep a hand on him.
All right.
Andre Johnson, best receiver, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm going to take Philadelphia
makes it pretty well. But I'm still going to pick Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Max and Lopes, what do you say, Philly or Houston?
I say Philly, and I'm pretty sure you say Philly too.
Yeah, I'm going to say Philly also.
That's all around.
Ronick, what's our next game?
All right, next game, it's the Giants and the Washington Redskins. 5-6, Redskins 7-4, Giants. This game is on Fox, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. It's at the Meadowlands, so I think the Giants definitely have an advantage there.
Giants are going to win this game, easy margin. Donovan McNabb, I don't even know if he's going to be back next year on the Redskins with all the controversy.
He's signed like a 4-year deal.
Yeah, I know, but they're going to try to shop him, or they're going to just eat the money and say, all right, go out and test the free agent market, because he's just not where their success is. I don't know why they got him in the beginning of the season.
They needed someone.
He
looked pretty good towards the beginning of the season. You can't deny.
The Redskins did look good at the beginning of the season. They were keeping a fight with the Giants and the Eagles up at the top. Now they're not really near them anymore. But I think even though the Giants came off a close victory against the not-so-good Jaguars team last week.
Jaguars are an elite team, though.
I can't say they're elite.
I can't say they're elite. They're in that good. They're in that good category.
They're okay. They're okay.
They're better than average.
They were 6-5 coming to the game.
I would still say the Redskins are a better team than them, but I still am going to take the Giants to win this game.
Okay.
Yeah, I will
take the Giants. What do you guys say?
All right, I'm going to take the Giants to bounce back from a not-so-good of a game last week.
Yeah,
Redskins.
Giants all around.
Yeah, Giants need to come back. They've just been on a huge loss because of that Jaguar game, of course, which they did do good. But, they're going to win.
All right, next game.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the next game, Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Atlanta is 9-2, and Tampa Bay is 7-4. Atlanta has just looked excellent this season, better than they've looked in a number of years. I think Atlanta's easily going to win this game.
This is a divisional game, so it's a big game for either team. But Atlanta, they have looked great. Matt Ryan, what a season he has had. Roddy White and Matt Ryan have really connected this year as they did a few years ago when Matt Ryan was a rookie even. And, he came out and showed why he was a great quarterback at Boston College. Atlanta, to me, best team in the NFC. Win this game, no problem.
I'm not going to even say that Atlanta's the best team in the NFC. I'm going to say they might be the best team in the NFL right now.
Could be.
I think they do have a better team than the Patriots and or Jets, and I really think that they are a Super Bowl contender. Are they at home this week?
They're in Tampa Bay.
All right, they're in Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay has been a real turnaround this year. Raheem Morris has really turned them around.
Yeah.
But I still think that that the Falcons are one of, in my opinion, the best team in the NFL right now. Now I'm going to take them to beat Tampa Bay.
But it's unfortunate because Tampa Bay might not even make the wild card with all these great teams in the NFC this year, even though they're playing, some great football. So I guess we're all going Atlanta?
I'm I'm going to say Atlanta, too. Even though their only two losses this season are on the road. All
right, I'm going to take Atlanta, but it was funny because last night I was looking at the expert picks, and one of them picked Tampa Bay. So I don't.
That's just the experts trying to be bold.
No, I just think that's because Atlanta's on the road.
Tampa is a huge surprise this year. Really good
definitely.
team, way better than we thought.
Yeah.
But Falcons, Jake, you're right. Best team in the NFC, possibly NFL, they're going to win.
And also, since Tampa Bay's at home, so that could be a little of an advantage.
It's a factor with your own fans in there.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll mess with the Falcons.
All right, yeah. Next game, we're going to go to Pittsburgh-Baltimore. This is a long-time rivalry. It's a Sunday night game. Both teams 8-3. Baltimore is 5-0 at home. Pittsburgh is 5-1 on the road. This should be a great matchup. It should be fierce. A lot of emotion, a lot of intensity. What do you guys think?
No doubt the best game of the week. And, I'll take Baltimore Ravens only because of their veteran leadership I apologize. I'll take the Ravens only because of their veteran leadership. Ed Reed, Joe Flacco, still a great quarterback. Ben Roethlisberger, one of the best quarterbacks in the league still. But I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm also going to take the Ravens. I just think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have a lot of have trouble getting into the end zone against them. Rashard Mendenhall, he's a great running back, but I think Baltimore's run defense is going to stop him with no problem. And it's going to be a battle of the pass this week. It really is. Who's going to have a better week, Flacco or Roethlisberger? And I think Flacco is, and I'm going to take the Ravens in this one.
You know what? There's not too much to separate these teams. They're very alike. They have good defenses, and they have good offenses too. I mean, they're very good 8-3 teams. And I think the one thing that's going to give the Baltimore Ravens the edge is the fact that they're playing at home, and they're 5-0 at home. They're 5-, and I think they're going to win this game easy. Not easy. Maybe.
I think it's going to be a really close game.
I think it's going to be the Ravens. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, the first time they played, it was without Big Ben, the Ravens won. So now that Big Ben is back and Rashard Mendenhall is having a great year, he has confidence easily. So I'm going to have to say the Steelers are going to get a tough win. I know it's on the road. It's going to be a tough win on the road. They're going to pull this one out somehow.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this game.
This should be a great game.
The Steelers also, they're 5-1 on the road, I believe. And
they are.
I agree with you, Jacob, when you said Flacco's going to do a better game than Roethlisberger, but I still think that Rashard Mendenhall is going to do better to help us.
Then Ray Rice?
Ray Rice. You're forgetting Ray Rice. I think he's going to have a great game, too.
Ray Rice is not going to have a great game against the best run defense in the NFL.
I think he's still going to have a good game.
But the Ravens are top 5 in run defense as well. But I don't know if they'll stop Mendenhall, but I know that Flacco will have a great game, and I think that's why they'll win.
Two good teams.
No doubt the best game of the week, in my opinion.
And Mendenhall had a great game against the Ravens that first time that they played him. So
yeah.
All right, Tyler just said best game of the week. I think the best game of the week is the next one, the New York Jets and the New England Patriots, 9-2, both teams. This is the Monday night game, and the Jets are 5-0 on the road, and the Patriots are 5-0 at home. Something's got to give.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Patriots. I've talked to a lot of my family, over the Thanksgiving break about, who's better, the Jets or the Patriots, and everybody was saying the Jets, and I just don't see it. They've been involved in these close games that they should have lost, and I understand wins are wins. You get them however you can, but they were losing to they were winning against Detroit. They blew it, but they ended up winning. Week before that, whoever they played, I'm blanking out on the team right now. It's just I don't think the Jets are that great of a team. Their coach is way too distracting of the team. And I'll take the Patriots in this one. I think Bill Belichick, one of the best coaches in the NFL, if not the best.
Are they at home or on the road?
They are the Patriots. They're at home.
They're in Foxborough.
The Pats are at home. I still think the Jets are going to pull out this victory. I really do. I think all these come from behind wins. I think it has put a label on Mark Sanchez as a very clutch quarterback.
Oh, don't get me wrong. He's a great quarterback. I don't know.
I really see it coming out. I don't know why. I just see Tom Brady not having a great game. I mean, he doesn't have the best wide receivers to pass to, and he doesn't have the best running backs to go to. All he has is Welker and Brandon Tate and Deion Branch and Aaron Hernandez and Gronkowski. I mean, that's not a great. That's not a lot of people that you can pass to.
But they've been productive this season.
They still have, but I mean, they're Brent Jarvis, Green Ellis, he's not a great running back, but still, I just think that the Jets are going to pull off this victory against the Pats.
I think that one thing that's been very deceptive about the Jets is their schedule. They've had an easy schedule almost all the way down. This is going to be one of their first really tough games in a long time, since the last time I think they played New England. That's how long it's been. I mean, they've been playing teams like the Bengals last week. They've been playing teams like the Browns and the Lions, and they shouldn't be playing this close to teams like this. It's unacceptable if you're a good team like the Jets, and I think they're still a good team, but I think New England's going to win.
Fans, keep in mind the Jets won their first meeting, so Max and
Max and Lopes, what do you guys think?
What do you guys
Yeah, I can't see how a team with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick can lose to a team with Mark Sanchez and Lenny Tomlinson, who's old. So,
Yeah,
what are you?
He's old, but he's had a good season.
He's had a good season.
Best
but,
running back. Well, not
but
maybe
Tom
the
Brady and Bill Belichick is an insurmountable force.
I agree. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Patriots also to win this game.
All right, so when I'm the only one right, you guys will be crying.
All right, Jake.
Good one.
Crying. All right, we're gonna move on to another sport, Major League Baseball. Free agency. There's a couple of big free agency moves. The Giants, I believe, they signed Miguel Tejada for 1 year. Tejada is known as a good leader.
Steroids.
Okay, all right, he's a good leader. I think the guy can still hit. I mean, he doesn't have as much power as before, but yeah, I still think it's a good signing for the defending world champion.
I mean, he's an okay player, and Uribe got away from them. The Dodgers signed Uribe.
Oh yeah, that was a good signing by the
And
inside the division, that's big.
Yeah, so they needed somebody to take his place, and Tejada's going to have to be that guy, even though he's not that good. But he might step it up.
I think one thing that was big this offseason also is the Dodgers have been making a bunch of big moves. They're really making a push for it, and I think what they've been noticing in LA is if you have a formidable pitching staff, at least close to formidable, that division is winnable. Yeah. They got did they re-sign Lilly? Ted Lilly?
I don't know about that one.
I know, but they did get Garland. They have Kuroda, and then they have
They've made a lot of good
moves. They have
moves
Clayton Kershaw too. Who's actually I think he's going to become a very good young pitcher.
Yeah,
and I just think the Dodgers will be a pretty good team.
I think they will be. I definitely think they will.
All right, and Carl Crawford did meet with the Red Sox also.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make a big move.
Well, that's not a big surprise.
That's not a big surprise, yeah.
I don't think he's going to end up.
I don't think he's going to end up there. All right, we're going to move on to our off-season segment. The Cleveland Indians, what do we think they need this offseason to become any better than they were in what was kind of a disappointing season in 2010?
They need a new team.
Yeah, that's basically what
they're rebuilding.
They traded away their entire team. They traded away Cliff Lee, CC Sabathia. They traded away Victor Martinez. The only guy they have that's still any good is Grady Sizemore, and he never plays because he's always hurt. And that's a huge problem. They're really young. They also traded away Garco to the Giants. He wasn't good, but he's still a player they traded.
Still a homegrown player. Yeah.
They all wanted young people, and they're trying to rebuild this team. But the prospects they're trading for are coming up and not doing well.
And you know what? I'm going to bring up the Mets real quick. It's just like the Mets. They always bring up these prospects that don't do well, and they expect, why they're supposed to be really good. Not every prospect is going to be great.
Yeah, they just need some more better drafting, and they need to trade. And when they trade away their star players, they have to get much more in return.
Yeah, Cleveland is absolutely nothing right now.
Yeah, they're nothing. They're definitely in a tough stage. It's being seen by a lot of baseball
I think the Cleveland Indians just need to make a better team.
I see 3 or 4 years, maybe they'll beat a 500 team.
You guys want to wrap it up?
All right, so with that ends Moron Sports Radio. Our fact of the day is that golf is the only sport played on the moon. On February 6, 1971, Alan Shepard hit a golf ball on the moon. And that's going to wrap it for Moron Sports Radio, everybody. Have a good rest of the day.